Hello, YouTube world. Welcome to Virgo season. This video is for Virgos or anyone possibly attracted to this video at this time. But it is intended for Virgos in Virgo season 2020. Well, let's see what comes out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. I'm a Virgo myself, and I feel like I very much resonate with his energy right now. Really, I'm in a place, can't nobody fuck with me, you know? I think Virgos are feeling this universally in the sense that, we've been fucked with for a minute, emotionally, mentally, spiritually jarred by other people's shortcomings, by other people's toxicity, by our own toxicity. But one thing a Virgo will never do is have is peer at the truth and then ignore it. If Virgo gets a peek at the truth, he or she immediately absorbs it and moves forward with it and embraces it. So let's see what else we have. The divine has to say about Virgo season here. I know we're in the thick of it, but we still got a couple weeks left. This is really just intended to seek messages that suit our greatest and highest good and see what we can do with it. Divine white light of the Holy Spirit, thank you for being with me now and always. Please enter me now and remove all thoughts, doubts, hang-ups. Enter me now, connect me with a white beam of light, embodying truth, grace, and wisdom. Thank you. All right, here we go. Virgos and Virgo season. You know, I'm feeling a Queen of Swords energy pretty powerfully right now. Queen of Swords is that stereotypical, queen who's been through it all and just can't be fucked with for another moment. Just can't possibly bear to witness herself falling victim to somebody else's bullshit. Been through a lot of pain. Obviously, the Queen of Swords wouldn't hold up her sword. Exactly. King of Swords, Eight of Swords. I say Queen. I imagine I'm speaking to mostly women here. The YouTube culture is primarily women, but let's not get it twisted. Men show up here too, and the king isn't necessarily masculine, but it is the peak, the pinnacle of its suit, and in this case, of swords, paired with the Eight of Swords. It's one thing to be completely wrapped up by your internal hang-ups, doubts, fears. It's another thing to be able to remove yourself and witness yourself in this state all at once. And it can be a pretty empowering moment. But like the Queen of Swords, who takes no bullshit, the King of Swords really doesn't at all, not even for a moment's hesitation. Hey, sorry, I have my dog here. Freya, be a good girl. All right, just giving herself a manicure. She's a Virgo too. Anyway, so truly, the King of Swords is taking that energy that I was just speaking on a step further. There's no There's no hesitation to cut out the bullshit and really embracing solitude and finding a grounding in your own ability to swing the sword left or right in any direction, knowing that it will cut out the fat. And the fat are really just these excessive swords. 8 too many. Just simply far too many to work with. Bless you. The Fool. The King of Swords is no fool. It's absolutely no fool. But will embrace a blank slate. And I think that's what Virgos are being prompted to do at this moment. Embrace the blank slate. Make it clean. Clear it. Focus on clearing your energy. Focus on decluttering your mental space. Because then it is yours. It is yours to ride upon. Yeah. It's been a whole lot of this lately. A whole lot of this. But the thing about the Three of Swords is, like every emotion, it's as painful as it is just as fleeting. Pain is just as fleeting. Grief is just as fleeting as any joyful, blissful moment. Like the storm clouds that come in. When a storm rolls in, you don't doubt that the sun will ever shine again. You know that it will. You know that the storm passes. But when you're in the thick of it, when you're feeling the rain beat upon you relentlessly, seemingly without care or concern for your sensitivity, it can feel like it lasts forever, like the storm persists forever. But it's only 3. It's only 3 swords, and really, if you break it down, the ace is right down the center, and these 2 swords crossing it are really anything that you've been holding on to that has been blurring your vision and true focus of what is true, what is noble, what is honorable, and what is truly a representation of yourself and your value. And the King of Swords is certainly embodies nobility, certainly embodies honesty. But it's necessary to go through these storms. It's necessary to have your heart pierced in order to heal those wounds. And a lot of these wounds have persisted for a lot longer than we're even immediately aware of. But the King of Swords is brave. The King of Swords is able to see the storm from a higher perspective, is able to see the storm from a higher vantage point. Think of it like, you're in a plane, you're flying over a storm, and although you're able to see, the scope and the ferocity of a storm, you're able to see that it clears up just a bit ahead. So keep that in mind. And it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel the prick of those swords. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you unloved, unlovable. To feel unloved doesn't make you unlovable. It just makes you kind to yourself. Lots of swords here. Lots and lots of swords here. But it only makes sense because, again, a Virgo will never shy away from truth. If the truth hurts, the truth hurts. And it just simply is what it is. And there's no shying away from it. A Virgo would much rather see the truth for what it is than to embrace a lie. Better the truth of misery, than a blissful lie. Truly. I mean, that's simply Virgo. And maybe other people would beg to differ, but it's sort of the blessing and the curse coming into this world with Virgo energy. Be a Virgo sun, moon especially, your emotional body in Virgo can be very challenging. It's a great feat. Seven of Wands. There is a need. We are being prompted moving forward to resist anyone's opinion, anyone's advice, to do this or that, or to heal in this way or in that way. Because truly, in your solitude, seated in your throne, taking a good, hard look at the situations that have caused you grief, have caused you pain, have left you in the dust. You need to be reminded of those moments so that you don't somehow fall victim to those same scenarios playing out with the same person, with another person. It's time to resist and move forward based on what you know is truly best for you. And the King of Swords came out for full, to show you that you are fully embodying nobility and grace. He is the peak of his suit. He is no child. He's weathered every storm. He's weathered every storm. And you know what? It's time to show the world we've learned our lesson. Can't nobody fuck with the King of Swords. And really, the thing about Virgos too is that we do move with grace. We just simply can't have it any other way. There will be no barking at other people. There will be no, demanding of anyone else's time or energy or understanding. We have ourselves. We have our own time. We have our own energy, and we have our own understanding. We don't need it from anybody else. And so there will be a pushback. And you know what? I won't be surprised if the Hermit card doesn't come out, but we already know. We already know where to go. We already know what we're protecting. And that's our own energy, our own space, and creating a vacancy. Looking at this, removing the swords to create a vacancy, a clean slate for us to draw upon moving forward. Let's be honest. Well, let's just call a spade a spade. The devil be in our midst. The devil be in our midst. And, I don't know where I got this saying from, but I feel like I say it pretty often, especially recently. But, the devil can't fuck with you, truly, if you know that you're dancing with the devil. But the devil shows up in many faces. The devil may show up and convince you that he's the love of your life. The devil may have you so hinged on your emotions for him that you can't see left from right. And the devil will continue to pierce your heart over and over again and tell you that he's sorry and that he'll never do it again. The devil loves to get your hopes up just so that he can let you down. And I'm not saying that, literally the devil is your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or, whatever, but devil energy certainly may be. And like I said, the devil can only fuck with you if you don't know that you're dancing with the devil. And the devil appears within your own shadow as well. If you're not ready and willing to look at your shadow, you may be none the wiser. You may not even know that this is an energy that you need to push back against, stand up against. But the devil, it's sort of like, whatever lurks in the darkness, whatever lurks in the shadows. The moment you turn on the light, they could be absolutely horrifying, the most terrifying things that your imagination can possibly fathom without the light, the brightness of the light of day. But the moment you turn on the light, the darkness just simply can't compete. The devil can't compete with the light of day. The devil can't compete with acknowledging that you have full control over how you deal with, how you manage your own shadow, how you manage the shadow and how it shows up in your partnerships, in your relationships. I'm telling you, this King of Swords energy, I didn't really intend to have him at the center of the reading, but he is here. He is loud and clear. It feels like this monument. He feels like a monument, like, in DC, presidents. I thought it would go without saying, but here we are, Hermit, crowning the reading off. Truly, the thing about Virgo energy that I really have learned to grow and fucking appreciate is that there's nothing more empowering than being able to take a step back, shut the fucking door, turn off the goddamn lights, and truly see the light, the guiding light, the North Star. There's a star in the lamp. There's a star in the lantern. And that is truly truth itself, the North Star, if you will. Turn off the lights, The devil, I shuffled the deck. Oh, what did I say? The North Star, literally. But turn off the lights. And the devil did show up before. The devil will be dancing around and lurking in the shadows. But a Virgo cannot be fooled. The Virgo stays focused on the star. The Virgo stays focused on the path. And right now, embrace this energy. Learn to be unshakable in this energy, in your own solitude. And I swear to God, it's something that few others, few other energies are able to truly embrace solitude in a way that doesn't make them feel insecure or left out or shrouded or shrugged off or lonely. A Virgo knows that being alone has nothing to do with loneliness. In fact, it's when you're met with the most divine company of all. And that's your own beautiful guiding light. It's your spiritual team. It's your literal ambitions showing up to say, hey, come on this way. Forget about the rest. Forget about that devil tugging on your heartstrings. Move forward. North Star. All right. Let's cap off these four corners. The star wants to stick around. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Oh, Virgies. Man, I've got so much love for y'all. I'm almost 32. My birthday's on September 8th. But really only recently in life have I come across Virgos, actually, other Virgos that I've truly resonated with. I've always kind of found it strange that I didn't have many other Virgo friends, but, I think we're kind of late bloomers in the sense, we have to battle with a lot of insecurities and kind of, we're so mutable, we're so adaptable. We can kind of show up one day in one energy and then, completely transmute and show up the next day in a completely different energy that makes us irrecognizable. So it's hard to identify Virgo. It can be. But one who's truly embodied and suited up in that hermit cloak, I think a mature Virgo is then easily spotted and can, I'm kind of seeing in this light, it's like, or in this card, this light is like a beam, like a blinking beam, like sending signals out to other Virgos, like, yo, I know what you're going through, bitch. Stay strong. Stay strong, man. The storm will pass. Just let it. And the only way it's going to pass any quicker is just to dip back into your own energy, light some motherfucking candles, grab some incense, do some tarot, speak to the divine. Forget everybody else's advice. Seek the advice of the divine and forget the rest. But really, this is for you. Everything is for you. There's positive aspects to every single card, even the Three of Swords. Pain. It's like, I met with somebody new last night. I had a magnificent conversation just about how pain is the catalyst to so much change and transformation. To push it away, to negate it, to ignore it is really just doing yourself a disservice. But to embrace pain, to feel it, to truly fucking feel it, that's hard. It takes a lot of courage. But it's okay to do it. It's more than okay to do it. It's to your highest and greatest good to look at the pain, to feel through it, just so that you can transmute it into a more clear path moving forward. Let's see what else. We got Temperance here. Man, it fucks to be fucked with. It really truly does. It hurts your ego. A jab in the heart really hurts the ego. But talk about transmutation. Remove yourself from your ego. Let the divine tell you, what is truly meant, or what is truly worth your energy, what is truly worth your time. Don't let your ego tell you what's worth your time. We all know that we shouldn't trust our egos, because that's where the devil can get in. Truly. The devil seeps in through the distortion of your own ego. And if you're not connected enough to know the difference, that's when he can fuck with you. That's when you're dancing and are none the wiser. The devil wears many masks. Many, 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 many masks. Even in your own, even in yourself. Let the divine tell you that. All right, what else we got? Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us today. We've been going through a hell of a lot of bullshit, and it feels so good to talk to you right now. It feels so, so, so good to be connected with your white light. What else do you got for us today? Virgos and Virgo season, getting through it, sitting in the thick of it. Thank you guys so much for being here. I only see a couple of people's my first live. This is literally my first video, but I am just out here doing tarot reading after tarot reading for myself. And I figured, you know what? Let's just share it with the world. Why not? King of Cups. So now I'm being prompted to kind of break it down to more specific scenarios, which maybe you'll resonate with, maybe not. If there's somebody in your midst, a partner, if you're feminine, certainly a masculine, who seems to evade any sort of emotional expression, seemingly at all costs. Even if they are knowingly hurting you while doing it, it's all good to them, as far as they're concerned. But I just want to tell you, if you're going through it right now with the Three of Swords, just know that they're going through it quite a bit more. Because it's one thing to feel pain. It's one thing to feel crushed. It's one thing to feel let down. It's one thing for your expectations not to pan out. It's a whole other ball game to realize, holy shit, I'm kind of fake. Holy fuck, I really don't walk with integrity. Holy shit, my friends aren't really friends. They're just kind of drinking buddies. Holy shit, I don't eat right. I never drink enough water. My sleep is fucked up. All of my relationships are pretty vapid. I haven't had a really good conversation with anybody, a meaningful conversation in as long as I can remember. My world is falling apart. I haven't two, feet to walk on. My life is essentially an illusion. This ain't a storm. These are accumulated issues that have gone on for far, far, far too long. I think that whoever you're dealing with is potentially having a dark night of the soul. You have probably prompted a grand awakening, just simply being in this person's life as intimate as you have been. You have forced them to look at their own shadow. And maybe they're not showing you. They're not showing you that they're going through this. I really don't think that that's the case. King of Cups would never wear his heart on his sleeve. King of Cups would never give you the satisfaction of knowing that, all those I told you so's were really coming to fruition, But I hate to say it, King of Cups, I fucking told you so. I told you so. I know that's what you're saying. Maybe you're not directly saying that. I feel like it's out of Virgo character to really go that far. But the little blink, 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 blink. Struggling right now. He's going through it. Certainly know that he's going through it. However, if exactly, and again, if you are intimately connected with somebody or really do have somebody that's just plaguing your mind at the moment, you are mirroring each other. Whatever emotions you are feeling, they're feeling it times 3. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. So triple fold, they be going through it. But, what you're going through right now feels like, fuck, how did I end up here? Like, Virgos are really, wondering, how the fuck did I end up here again? But this ain't nothing that we're, we ain't a stranger to this. Virgos be going through it, because Virgos be willing and available to look at the truth, to look at the hard truth, the shit that hurts, for the sake of knowing that they're moving forward, and not going, if you have an awareness of something, then you are more equipped to spot it and its potential to repeat itself so that you can make another decision in the future. All right, let's see what else. We're going to clarify. I've got the Aquarian Tarot here. So we'll go through and clarify all these energies, but I just want to finish this 9 card spread. I'm going to finish the left and right bottom corner. Let's see. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us today. Again, this is a bundle. Okay. I'm going to speak with this. I think this is speaking to the King of Cups energy. We have the Page of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. I think this is really, I'm just hearing stop and go, push and pull. Okay, yes. Oh, wait, no. Okay, wait. Okay, yes. No, wait. Hold up. Like, this person, 9 of Swords energy, really can't walk themselves, is walking themselves in circles. Truly, like, they are sort of parsing through each of these, each of these swords, those 9 swords, right? Hanging on the wall. They're going through each one in their solitude. And again, your person is mirroring you. The King of Cups is sitting right next to the Hermit. They are embodying this Hermit energy. When you think that they're asleep at night, maybe they're sleeping on the couch. Maybe they're sleeping in the doghouse, and you think that they're fast asleep, snoring away. Bitch, he ain't sleeping. He is wide awake. He is tormented, by his demons. But he won't let on. King of Cups is not letting on that he's bothered by the situation. But my God, sis, let me tell you. Page of Wands, he's realizing he's got to clean slate this shit too. He's got to come at you with just humility, full-blown humility, if he's going to resurrect this. Hangman has no idea how to be a humble human. So taking a beat, taking a pause, hanging in there, waiting until that divine inspiration hits, waiting until he knows how to unhook himself, stand upright, and move forward, waiting for that clear perspective. 4 of Cups. I think that'll come in the form of just recognizing however he's been spending his time, whoever he's been giving his energy to, it just simply has no substance. It just simply isn't worth all the time and energy and effort and attention that he's been giving it. So there's a lot of clarity in that. There's a lot of clarity here. But what the hang up, again, is this not knowing really how to talk to his own ego and say, okay, if I'm the type of person who gets what he wants, there's ways to go about doing it. And the only scenario that I can think of that is going to get me what I want, which is the Virgo, is to show up bare boned, to show up naked, and just say, hey, I'm here. I'm willing to show up. And I'm ready to hop on the horse. I'm ready to whatever you say, girl, whatever you say, let's do it. But I feel like this is a minute out. I feel like that's not coming for, or who knows? The divine really works miracles, but the Page is facing inward and the Knight of Wands is facing inward. There isn't a lot of outward movement, so it's being prompted to take movement to move, but isn't really quite sure how. Okay. So Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Yeah. There's a need for you to focus on your own value, your own star. Again, I'm noticing just the star symbols going on here. The star and the Hermit, the star showing up. So it's actually kind of situated like this in the spread. Very focused on that star. And then making steps towards that star, developing that star in a material sense, working towards that true and honest value, your own personal value, and accepting nothing less, simply accepting nothing less. Once you've created whatever you create, whatever the star, whatever this North Star is for you, whatever the divine inspires you to create, to physically create in this life, you're going to start from the bottom. You're going to take care of the foundation, right? You're going to create an integral foundation so that it stands the test of time, because that is what integrity does, right? A person that walks with integrity takes care of the foundation first and doesn't worry about building a house of cards. This large, structure, they really, give it a good gust of wind and it all blows over. No, it takes time to build something of value, to build something of worth. And that's where you are, in this sort of clean slate space, working at your foundation, because that is the only thing that's meaningful. Something that you create, that you're divinely inspired to create, and it speaks to exactly who you are, what you believe in, and what you wish to call in moving forward, and to have reflected back at you. You want to really get to know your own value so that you're able to project it and then attract it. And just to relate this back to the King of Cups, there will be an opportunity for you to communicate what it is you need. I think when he does show back up and say, he wants another shot, hey, accept nothing less than, show me the goods. You've talked yourself in circles, for as long as I've known you. I feel like a lot of you are saying, you talk the talk, but you've never once walked the walk. So don't speak two words to me. Don't speak two words to me. Just show me. I mean, if it really means that much to you, just show me. Sitting right next to the Seven of Wands. Like, hey, just show up. Just literally show up. Until you do, I ain't got time for it. All these old tricks. I've seen it all before, babe. Blink, 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 blink. Seen it all before, babe. Show up with something new. Show up with something better. Show up with something you know will get through. And if it's not showing up, just know that they haven't done the work and it ain't worth your time, sis. And it might leave you feeling like, shit, I had really high hopes. I had really fucking high hopes. But if that's the case, live and let live. Let it go. Because you will receive your mirror. When you're doing the foundational work, when you're developing something based on your own true inner bright light that is divinely inspired, is divinely guided, the divine is also guiding you towards a more suitable mirror. maybe this King of Cups was a mirror of yours in the past months, years, but you're shape-shifting. What a Virgo does best, the shapeshifter. Virgo never gets too comfortable in their own skin. You know, Virgo embraces change. Virgo embraces transmutation. Virgo embraces pain for that purpose. And the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. True Virgo form. Can't be bothered. You know, let your own self-love fill your space and project that. Do you know how fucking attractive this is? You know? And I think that the King of Cups knows this. The King of Cups absolutely knows how beautiful, how wonderful, magnificent. Like, nobody holds a candle to you. Let it be known. If you needed me to say that, you know, I will say it 100 times over. Nobody holds a candle to you. But the only way that they've been able to hold you or to keep you in doubt of how truly wonderful you are is by slighting you, is by making you feel like, you know, somebody else has their attention. Somebody else is maybe a little more beautiful, more valuable, sexier, whatever the fuck. It ain't true. It's not. They're manipulative because they are not aware that they've been talking to the devil. They're not aware that they've been hugging the devil, sleeping with the devil, you know, coming up with schemes to outsmart you, to use your heart against you. But that's why we're taking a good hard look at the pain to understand it for what's going on. King of Swords, babe. Slice it out. Yeah. So, all right, let's do some quick clarifiers. This is my first video. I don't really know how, you know, how I'm going to be moving with all this moving forward, but if you're still here and this is resonating, I'm so grateful for you. So grateful for being here. All right, so let's clarify. Let's see. Let's just straight up clarify King of Cups. Let's see what's going on with his energy. Divine, thank you so much for being here. Please clarify the King of Cups. What's going on with this motherfucker? What the hell is he doing? Silly ass. Out here. Acting like he can't be bothered. We know you bother as hell. King of Cups. Sitting on top of the Five of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Hermit right now. Four of Cups. If he's trying to convince you that he's having the time of his life right now, it ain't true, sis. It ain't fucking true. He's bored as hell. I'm literally hearing the song, if I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. He might be out with a crowd of people, but he's sitting there on his phone like, God damn. I bet you Virgo's out fucking hanging out with some real individuals, having some real conversations right now. Bet you Virgo's doing it. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. The devil. The devil. So just be aware. The King of Cups is not aware of his own shadow. The King of Cups does not know how closely intimate he's been with the devil lately. He's allowing the devil to make decisions for him. But be aware. Don't let that shit in. You know, when he comes in with an apology, say fucking no, man. If he comes in with words, just say no. It's a no. It's just simply a no. And maybe your heart is like, fuck, maybe that dick is really good. Maybe you really, really do truly miss him, but it's got to be a no. It's got to be a hard pass until he resolves to, yo, I've got to get creative. I really got to show up in a completely different way. Like, I've got to wow Virgo. I've really got to show up in a way that I never have before, because if I don't, somebody else will. And I think that thought is plaguing them right now. Literally plaguing them. Again, 5 of Cups. It's not a lie. Please don't doubt. Please don't think that this man is living it up and getting all this positive energy. You can only attract what you project. And there ain't no way he's projecting this, high vibe shit right now. It ain't happening. He's miserable, but trying to convince you that he's good. He's better off, right? He don't need you. Fuck, if anybody needs anybody, he needs you, not the other way around. All right. Let's do one more for the King of Cups in relation to the 3 of Swords. Let's see. 5 of Swords. There's no win here. He's trying to convince you that he has a win, but there's no win. Ain't nobody there. Where's the victory? There's crickets. Blink, 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 blink. How you feeling now? Blink, blink, blink. I feel real cold. Again, I'm a Virgo, so 10 of Pentacles. Really, truly realizing that if he's out here holding on to this momentary satisfaction, that he's gained anything by pushing you out in the cold, he knows that he's lost it all. He's the one that's out in the cold. The potential for 10 of Pentacles rests with you. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's a very, very, very hard pill to swallow. But I think it's coming. It's coming. If you truly come to the conclusion that you've lost it all, and the hope at ever having this rests with one person, best believe someone's going to get creative. Is going to come up with some creative solutions, and never doubt it. And you know what? I want to go so far as to say that even this pain, even this misery, even this trauma, these sleepless nights that maybe you've experienced yourself, still divinely guided and all part of the plan. And the plan is so that you will stand up in the face of the devil, that you will stand up out of integrity for yourself, your self-respect, and for what you deserve, to show this person that you cannot be walked upon. How is he supposed to know your worth if you don't know your worth first? How is he supposed to stand up for your worth if you're not willing to stand up for your worth first? Accept nothing less. Stand up for yourself and enjoy the ride. Truly, I think the energy is really starting to shift. If you've been feeling like dirt's been caked in your face, you've been sitting in the mud, realize that that's only been a matter of perspective, and by cause of this individual's manipulation, and you've fallen victim to it. But you know what? No shade. We all do. You can only know what you know. But now that you do, shake it off. Know that on the scales of justice, the karmic scales of justice always balance out. And in order to expedite that process, just focus on your own value. Give back to yourself. Truly. Do whatever you feel. Be your own best friend. Date yourself. Go buy yourself flowers. Like, truly, I know this sounds silly, but try it out. Buy yourself flowers. Cook yourself dinner. Buy yourself something really nice. Some really nice perfume, a nice necklace. Maybe something that you would be like, oh, He knows me. He bought this for me. He loves me. Do this shit for your damn self. You know? And it's not to say you don't need anybody or, you don't want anybody, but it's how you show yourself. It's how you show the universe what you deserve and accept nothing less. It's been 50 minutes, so I'm just going to end it here. My name is Steph, Real Talk Tarot, day 1, Virgo season. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be rolling out some other videos as I feel inspired. The next days, I might whip one right out after this. But stay tuned, and we'll see how all this evolves. Stay strong, Virgo babies. Y'all are the realest of the real, and know that. Truly, Virgo gang. I love you. I appreciate you, your strength, your heart. Just don't forget. Don't forget. True north. You know what that feels like. All right. I love y'all. See you soon.